Thank you, thank you. I hope this is a good break from the election campaign. So I hope you enjoy the presentation. I'll try to keep it more pictorial and less information. But again, there's some information which is, I feel, very important to understand truck art. So without wasting time, I'll start. And by the way, I am an IT professional for my background, so nothing to do with arts, never studied arts. So it's just something that I like. So yeah. So yeah, I just kept this. For understanding the truck art, we need to understand Pakistan. So Pakistan is like spread into 5 provinces. We have different ethnicities, different cultures, and different regional languages. Like we have 40 regional languages in Pakistan. So you can understand the diversity that we have. Major sectors like are agriculture, livestock, and textile. In cities, you find banking, finance, and information technology service sectors. Urdu is the official language. Islam is the official religion of the country, spread by Sufi saints. Unfortunately, it's being replaced with the extreme brand of Islam these days, which is not good. Literacy rate is quite low, 58%, and the definition of our literacy rate is a person who is able to read and write. That's it. Sorry, go ahead.
Islam through heavy funding from Saudi Arabia, not the Middle East.
I agree. So, Saudi Arabia and Qatar and like UAE, so yeah, not Lebanon. Right, and 39% of Pakistanis live in multi-dimensional poverty. That's very important. And like we have 160,000 miles of road network. Right. And feel free to interrupt if you have any questions anytime. So some more information. The truck drivers, they drive on bad roads in remote locations, and usually a truck is being driven by 2 drivers so that they can like reach early, and they earn very less, like $100 to $150 per month. They get a very small bonus for timely deliveries and remote dangerous areas. They hardly visit their families like once a month or once in 2 months. So the truck is what their family is. They spend their major part of their lives with their trucks, and not with their children, not with their wives. So that's something. And there's a researcher, Kazi, she said that the idea is if we don't honor the truck, it won't give us back. So that's why they decorate their trucks and like polish it. So the impact of this truck art is visible in Pakistani society, on our streets, on the dresses, on different rides, buses and pushcart vendors. They use similar art to decorate. So I just kept it to like, so not to make it so boring, because another information slide is coming here. Right. So some history, like it goes back to 1920s when Sikh, which is a big religion in India, and the Muslims, they used to paint their trucks with their respected leaders, the gurus. Sikhs have gurus. And once Pakistan was formed, those pictures were replaced by the country flag, the local animals and birds. So this is how we went forward. In 1960s, when we were getting mature in politics, they started painting the political figures on their trucks. And sometime after the Indo-Pak War, they started painting the entire truck. During the Soviet war, like the truckers, they started painting photos of the jihadis, the Zia-ul Haq and Saddam Hussein, they appeared on the trucks. That was during the Soviet and the Iraq war era. Later, they went ahead and like gave it a 2D touch, trinkets, bells, so all the jingles, they started hanging it on the trucks. And our truck art is not consistent. It varies from place to place. We can easily tell like where this truck belongs to, which province, which tribe. And the trucks that are being used are the Bedford trucks that were imported after World War I. So they're still in use. These are British trucks, and they're called rockets over there. And most important fact, truck art is not limited to our country. It's there in Afghanistan, India, and Bangladesh. Some more information. So major components, it's the loud colors. No color is wrong in a truck art. The floral patterns, the birds and animals, the micro poetry, reflectors, name of the owner, their towns, and it kind of reflects their culture, passion, stories, religious beliefs. So this is what they try to show. I think this is the final slide for information. And there is one more. So a good decoration would be like $5,000 plus, and it could go as high as $20,000 depending on the size of the vehicle. And this decor is not for life. It's like it has a short life, like 4 to 6 years. But if a truck goes into the remote mountainous regions, it's like 2 years maybe. So in those trucks, they don't invest heavily because they would have to do it again in 2 years. And in large fleets, you will see the similar look and feel in trucks, but when it comes to small fleet owners, they give the truck driver a chance to play around with the art. So it's not consistent for small fleet owners. And the driver and owner relationship is very important. They are usually from the same areas, same tribes, and speak the same language. You would not find an owner with a different with a driver speaking different language. So they're like a family. And usually in the front of the trucks, in the windscreen, there is like the religious symbols, and it reflects the religious beliefs. Because Islam, like, it has not one blend, like it has many Shia, Sunnis, Wahhabis. So usually you can identify who is the owner of the truck, what's his religious affiliation. And yeah, and some of the drivers, when I asked them like, so why did you make this? And they had no clue about that. So usually they just leave it to the designer to design their truck and have really no input on that. So this is the first truck, and you see the artwork on the door. It's the Chinoti artwork. It's done on wood, and it's from a certain part of Pakistan. And with this, I can easily tell where this truck was decorated. And you see, there is like no wrong color. Like a wheel has so many colors. There are jingles here, and there are reflectors over there. And so these are two from the like similar region. So you can ask any questions if you want in the meantime. And this is the interior. You see, there is music system, there is small fan, they don't have air conditions, and there is a small compartment for keeping their stuff. And when you come in here, it's for the driver and the other driver who is sleeping over there. So there's space and pillows and blankets within the same compartment. This is from the inside of the door. We saw it here, like this part. It's in the inside, so it's decorated as well. And you see there's a glass and there's a cooler as well, so they can drink water without stopping the truck. Sorry.
Is it expensive to decorate a truck?
No, we have cheap labor market, so yeah, it's not that expensive.
So you can afford it with a salary of some kind?
So it's the owners actually who do that, yeah. And you need to, very important point that I left out, Pakistan has rivers. Pakistan has rail tracks, but our rivers are like perennial. They're not annual, like they're seasonal. When it rains, they're full, otherwise they're not. So, and our train system is not that good. It's scattered to the main cities, but outskirts, the trains don't go there. So this is actually the main mode of goods transportation throughout the country. So they make a lot of money. Yeah, so that's right.
So question as a follow-up to all this. Looking at cost-benefit analysis, $5,000 you quoted for a budget, basically, to decorate a truck. And is it that the more beautiful the truck looks, because I understand that they do it based on religious beliefs, etc. But is it that the more decorated the truck is, the more likely persons will utilize the truck for business, or what? I'm just trying to get a feel. And especially when I look at the driver's salary at $100 US a month, which is very, very low.
Yes.
I'm trying to get a feel of the benefit for that kind of cost.
So you see, as it goes out around the world, the drivers, the actual workers, they don't earn the actual money. The owners are making the money. And it's just like if the truck is beautiful, it would attract more customers. It's like a symbol of strength for the owners. Like, look at my truck, how beautiful. Like, it shows like how deep his pockets are.
Oh.
Right? So you would see that if a truck is from the Balochistan region, it won't be that heavily decorated. If it's from like 2 provinces of a country, you will find this level of decoration, like even more.
So do they also use it for advertising? Because you know that's a big thing in the last decade where persons utilize their vehicles for mass advertising.
Yeah.
Is it that they also do that?
No, they don't advertise.
Okay.
You see, they work in tribes. If a tribe has a certain land with certain agricultural and livestock products, so they would contact their own trucker from the tribe. They won't go out to anyone else. So they're known amongst the tribes. So it's like a group operating in the same region, and like so they don't need to advertise either. It's just that, oh, see, he's a big truck or fleet owner. So it's like, yeah, a symbol of strength. Yeah, and drivers do not contribute to the money used in decoration, right? So, I actually met these two truck drivers, and it's actually very funny because the role of the local clerics is like visible from these two. I'll show you how. So here it's the Makkah, the symbol in Makkah for Muslims. It's very holy, and it's the Prophet's mosque. So there on the truck, the God's name Allah is written on the truck, and again Makkah and Prophet's mosque here as well, here as well, here as well, here as well. So it's all there in front of the truck. This reflects obviously he's a Muslim, and this one has like had. It says mashallah, very very nice, and it's the name of Allah. But you see here the person has taken out these two images, the Prophet's mosque and the Makkah symbol. This thing. You see, this is a problem because the extreme brand of Islam, it says that it's not good to put these photos on your trucks. So this person actually took them out. You see, it's broken. So they consider trucks as their brides. So it's like those who spend the whole night with the beloved next to them and still do nothing, rarely perform a miracle. So yeah, and like they take pride in like saying, calling their trucks Princess from Japan, although it's from England, but they call it Japan because Japan is big automobile market. And ambition, like I saw like a truck that had, I'll become a plane when I grow up. So high ambitions. So you see there is no wrong color. You can find trucks in yellow and blue and green and all the colors, and like there is a mix and match. They would be like putting in, I think, all the colors that they find in the workshop. The truck with red wheels and multi-colored wheel, and yeah. And this is again 3D. This is 3D. All are 3D here, for a surprise. Yeah, I couldn't find a simple one. And I told you that there was, in the beginning, there was a truck from Chinnor, so that had carvings. Now this one is from Sindh, where I come from. They don't have carvings, but they have woodwork, simple woodwork. So you can easily tell where this is from. And I think it's the same truck, yeah. I'll go back and show you. I just noticed one thing myself. It says Hyderabad. This is a town near my big city. So this truck is from Hyderabad, and this is the side view of this truck actually. Yeah. So it's from Sindh. I can easily tell where the truck is from. And this is a simple truck. This is one dimensional. This is not 2D. And even when like they are like roaming around with no goods, they would paint an eagle here. They don't leave any corner of the truck. Here. So this is a bird. These are butterflies, and these are jingle bells, and these are jingle bells. This is a mud flap, and they have their tool as well to open the truck. This wood stick, and there is fish as well. So you would find everything that they like: flowers, fish, and you see they have written welcome. This is WEL, and come would be somewhere else. So yeah, this is the truck, and they have Pakistan flag as well. And so this truck would most probably be going to the northern part of Pakistan, which is rough. because it's not 2D. It's just painting and yeah, all the names in there. Yeah, this is another like eagle, a bird, and Prophet's Mosque, Makkah, 2D. This is all reflector. Prophet's Mosque, Mashallah, Julelal. Yep. In Medina. Yeah, this one, the one with the green dome. And this is Makkah. So, yeah. And the funny part is that these guys don't know much about religion. They are into drugs, they're into prostitution and all that, but they still have these symbols on their truck. So yeah, they smuggle things, all the wrong work like they do, but God's name, the mosques, I don't know. Sorry? Black stone. Yeah, Makkah? Yeah. Yes. There's a black stone. Oh, this is very beautiful actually. This is Prophet's Mosque. And it's somewhere up the bumper. This is the bumper and it's in the front grille. So really beautiful work. And they don't paint it like these days. These are like good stickers actually, which reflect. So work easier nowadays. And this is like a pendant actually. This thing. They hang it in the front of the truck. And this is a Sufi saint. And this tells like Shirazi, and this is a Sufi saint. It has God's name as well, but this is a truck from good brand of Islam. And this is actually very interesting. So there is lion with Pakistani flag. There is this rail station. This is a place in Lahore. Eagle, a small bird, a reptile, eagle, small bird, flowers, another bird type. This is some mosque. And
This one is Shia?
I don't know, actually. Hazara?
The second word.
Yeah, they are from Afghanistan and Peshawar, yeah, and Quetta as well, yes. So yeah, Hazara, you can read it.
And Sindh, Hazara.
Sindh is my province, Hazara is up north, so they have alliances in Sindh, and because if their truck goes bad in Sindh, so they would have a place to go to. They have a presence in Mirpur Khas, so in Hazara, yeah, Mirpur Khas. So they have alliances, so they're far from the north, but they have alliances in south, so yeah.
And it's written transport in the Arabic letter.
In Urdu, yes, transport, yeah. Yeah, and you see, they also write the date, like 1/7/2015. It's hidden from this, but 2015 was written on it. This means the truck was prepared in 2015. So they put in the model. So their model changes with the design. So the bumpers, they spend a lot of money on the bumpers as well, beautifully decorated. And these are again very dangerous bumpers. If you come in front, you're gone. Nothing like plastic bumpers that we have in cars. Jingles and all the antennas that do nothing, just for decoration. And lights, indicators. And yeah, so I compiled some bumpers for you guys.
This is the princess from Japan.
Yeah, so this is actually Japanese truck. Yeah, that would come in. And this is, Hino is also from Japan. So the old trucks are being replaced by this more efficient brand of trucks. But we have a good number of these trucks on the road, the old ones. Yeah, but again, they're being replaced by the Japanese versions. And they're not like disposed or something. They go to an owner who has low income, so he buys those old trucks, and the big guys are moving towards these things. So I like this because it was like much newer, 2016. It's very new, and I'll go into the details. This is just a side look. Yeah, so Bismillah is like God's name, and Chaudhry. This is from Punjab side, and a scenery of his hometown, Fateh Jung. And they have like painting over here, and beautiful mud flaps. So this is a fairly new truck, so I took more photos. And the level of details on this camera couldn't capture that, but this has reflectors on both sides, and all these reflect. And even the place where they put their steps, like 2016 is written here, and like some decoration. And it also says VIP, very important person. Yeah. So they're illiterate, but they know what they are talking about. So yeah, his name, the owner's name, Muhammad Abu Bakr, Karachi. Coach, it says Coach, not Karachi. And yeah, again, the bumper, really attractive. Right, Pakistani flag, again, like, you see, they're trying to reflect their passion, their culture, their origin, and yeah. And one thing to note, they are very, when you go and sell these trucks, they actually check for the original paint on the truck, so they don't mess up with the door and things like that, like they used to in the old trucks. This is the closure version. Yeah. So yeah, these antennas don't work, just the lights, they work. So I was telling you about the reflectors. I took a close-up. So it's a red reflector and a blue reflector. Yeah. And they would paint even this. This is like when the truck is loaded, it just disappears, but they still paint it. And there's a bird here, another bird, house, scenery. So 2016 VIP here as well, like the small places, VIP. This is what I took these photos from the internet because I couldn't capture this very well. So this is how it looks from the inside, and at night it reflects. And I saw this guy selling his artwork on roads. So you can see the impact on the society. People are like making miniatures and selling them. And if you go to like the 5-star hotels in our country, they would have a small section of Pakistani truck art as well. So those are very expensive though. But yeah, you see at night. Yeah.
That's light? They have light?
At night, they reflect, reflectors. Yeah. So that's another, you see, this became a mosque at night with the minarets and the dome. So yeah. And the fruit cart vendors, this is a person selling sugarcane juice. So he decorated it following that truck art. Eagle, 2 eyes, 2 birds. And there was this beetle decorated, I think, yeah. So it has all the elements. It has, you see, Benazir Bhutto as well, our prime minister who was shot dead. She's there. He's the founder of Pakistan. And a lion, Pakistani flag, 2 eyes. So it's very interesting if you go and like look into these things in detail. And you see this is somewhere in the truck stand. Actually, I took this photo from the internet. So this is parked somewhere in the truck stand. This is a passenger bus, small bus but heavily decorated. It's a very famous route in Karachi, and yeah. So. And the impact of this truck art can be found on the streets. So this is under a bridge. This is a wall near U.S. consulate, and on the cars, the decors, and the fashion industry, slippers, spurs, dress, yeah. And I took this photo from the US consulate website in Karachi, and this car was actually decorated in Karachi and then sent back to Washington, D.C. So for an like Smithsonian exhibition of culture. So, yeah, the river of Pakistan, this is the Indus River, and the eyes, and it says, "Dekh magar pyar se," like, look at me but with love. So, and this is from Melbourne actually. Yeah, the Pakistani artists, they decorated a tram from outside. This looks like this at night, and this is from the inside. So I'm done with my presentation. A very quick. Thanks. So yeah, any questions? Yeah, sure.
Do you have some kind of competition in Pakistan according to which is the track is the most beautiful?
Not to my knowledge. I don't know about that. Sorry. I don't think, by the way, because the government is not interested. So national level would involve the government.
But it would be interesting because it's really
Yes,
hard.
I agree.
I guess you sort of answered when you said the government is not interested, because my question was going to be, one, is there a move afoot to officially recognize it as a form of indigenous art? Because maybe there are versions of it that exist elsewhere, but I've never seen this anywhere before. It seems to be very unique, and it seems to be very culturally specific, and it tells such an interesting story on a number of levels. So I guess that's what my question was, if there's a move afoot to do that and to sort of preserve it as well, because it's part of the nation's patrimony in a sense.
I agree with you, and whatever the progress has been made on this is all privately done by the people. In Italy, they had these scooties, the Vespa scooties, designed with a truck art, and the makeup artists from renowned brands, they were using like truck art in their like makeup stations. And in Germany, they used entire textile sector, like they called it trucky as well. So they used it. There are German researchers doing research on this, but less emphasis has been put on by the government of Pakistan. So that's unfortunate, actually.
Because it's also a question of intellectual property.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's interesting.
Yes. Like anyone can use any of the art, and like you see small, like the new artists, they come up with their own brands and used truck art. So it's there, but not at an official level.
In Sudan, that's where I'm from. Truckers love to decorate their trucks, but of course it's not even remotely as beautiful. So my question is, why do you think this art prospered in Pakistan? What is it about Pakistan, your culture, your folklore, whatever, that gave rise to this particular art?
So you need to understand that Islam in Pakistan was spread by Sufism. Sufism was all about love, and like they mingled with Hindus very well and other like minorities. They respect humanity, and like it's nothing remote to like. It's all about beauty and poetry and dancing, the Sufi dance, right? So I think that and majority of people like have been following that. Try to decorate their trucks to spread the symbol of love and peace and harmony. So I think it relates to that number one. Number two is that people actually want to show off where they come from. So that has to do with it as well, because in many trucks you would see regional birds. They don't exist in my part, but they're from. So people actually have pride in showing themselves off, where they're from, background, and their religious beliefs. That's very important as well. Yep. Any more questions? No.
Could you just speak to maybe like the status of truck drivers in Pakistan? Like, are they at the median income or above that level? And does the type of truck they drive, whether it's even more innate, does that affect their standing among their peers, or does that? Because I know you said it shows the owner has deep pockets, and it does communicate something about the driver. Could you just speak to maybe those two things? Sure.
It's a very good question. The truckers actually, they have a very they live around the poverty level. What the maximum they have is a small land in the village which feeds their family, and they have a lot of children as well. And this is something that they do to earn money to get groceries and all that, not the agriculture stuff. They have their own animals back home. So you can understand the level of poverty they are from, right? Their families working on the farms, kids not studying, going to school. They do not have access to good health care. So, and with the salary range of $100 to $150, yeah, it's really, Pakistan is not that cheap. It's really expensive to live in. So these guys are into Sufism, the beliefs that we should try to work hard and God will like pay us and all that things. So that's their status like. And the second part of your question, actually the owner, the person trusts the drivers and gives them their big trucks to drive around the country and earn money. So they do take pride, like when you talk to the driver, it looks like you're talking to the owner. Although he's not the owner, he would like take pride and show you the details, have a look at this and this. So he really takes a lot of pride, and like it's like the owner trusts him, so he feels good. Yes, yeah. And he would also like, they would say that like you have to go and see that truck, it's beautiful. So it's among the driver community that they recognize and acknowledge the trucks. Yes. Peter?
Do you know why the fundamentalists do not have on their trucks these photos?
Their interpretation of Islam says that it's not correct. That's what I know. But do you have an answer for that? You know more about the Middle East than I do. Yeah.
It's reproducing the creation of God. So you are putting yourself in the place of God. So it's forbidden. This is why in Muslim culture, the arabesque and this abstract art developed more than
the abstract art, right? And the funny part is that if they do not place, they believe that if you are putting photos of people on the truck, on the final day of judgment, you'll be asked to put life in them, and you won't be able to put in life.
Reproducing what God
Yeah.
You're reproducing the creation, which is a big sin.
Yeah.
Just to add a footnote to that, fundamentalist Muslim countries, not just Muslim countries. I mean, in a place like Indonesia, for example, Malaysia, are countries that follow a moderate standard of faith. You don't have, stuff like that. We're talking about countries that are extremely, excessively fundamentalist.
I'll correct my slide. Peer's feedback, yeah. So you have a question?
I was thinking I may have missed this, I don't know, I was a little distracted from
Sure.
it. For sustainability of this practice, so that the younger ones can learn, is this taught? Is the art taught in Pakistan?
Yeah, actually it's not good, the answer. We have child labor back home because of the poverty levels. So when a child is like 6 or 7, he starts working as a helper with these artists, and like the child then grows into an artist. And that has been the background of all drivers and the truck artists. Yeah, it's due to child labor, so it's sustainable for them. Unfortunately, it shouldn't be this way. Yeah, yeah. Yep. All right, thank you.